Hey, welcome back to part 2 of the rolling videos. Today we're going to go through upper back, shoulders, neck with a couple new tools. So look forward to checking those out. Stay tuned and let's start rolling.
Howdy, and welcome to the Bar SC Ranch, where you will experience our journey of running a family business, caring for animals, and doing life together. Subscribe now and be inspired here at the Bar SC.
All right, so far we've covered from hip to knees using the foam roll. We've covered from knees to feet using the stick. So the last big section of the body that so many people have trouble with, of course, is the upper back. So the third tool, I have several tools here, but I would tell you these are probably my top 3 favorite. The stick, the foam roll, and then this deal here. So this is a lacrosse ball on a string. There is even a small ball on the other side, because like I was saying before, sometimes when you're going after trigger points, it's hard to get to them on a larger surface area. So this is great because it shrinks down the surface area. You got a much smaller area, so if you're trying to get under your scapula, right into your back somewhere, this is great for that. So this tool, we're going to show you how to use this for really for do-it-yourself back massage, right? So everyone loves a good back massage. It's hard to get one. The reason why we do a lot of this stuff is because it's hard for us to get off the ranch and go get massages and chiropractor visits and all the rest. So great when you can do it yourself. All right, and so this is a good do-it-yourself tool. Now you are going to need a wall, all right, but just right now looking at it, you'll see where having this ball, you've got the rope here, so you can raise and lower if you want to get down into your lower back, right? If you want to go along your vertebrae here and get your mid back, or even all the way into your upper back, right? So you're going to just hold this and push into the wall, and you'll get some nice resistance from that, right? If you find that again you're trying to get in, say under your scapula, and you can't quite get there, and you need a smaller penetration point, the smaller ball will help get under your scapula, under your shoulder bones. Maybe you want to get up into your neck, right? So this will be good for that as well. Great tool here just for trying to soften up. And again, if you've got shoulder pain, neck pain, even in your fingers, oftentimes you'll find that using this on your back is going to be a great way, and you can do it yourself. So I just pointed out a little bit there, but we're going to head over to the wall and show you how you can do this when you set yourself up against the hard surface. All right, so as I said, this tool, the only limitation is you do need a hard surface, a wall to get up against so that you can push in and roll up and down. So you can see where this is really helpful. You got the cord, all right, so as you roll up and down, you can let the ball roll with you as you go up and down, all right, side to side, wherever you might need to. And the great thing is you get to decide the amount of pressure, all right? If you're feeling, if your back's real sensitive, you just want a little bit of pressure, just lean into it. If you need to really dig in there, you can dig in there more and roll that out. But this allows you to go all throughout your upper back. Again, you get to choose where you're painful and you can go after it. And if you need to get, again, like we said, if you need to flip it around and use the small end, you can get in and really dig in those smaller areas in your back. Again, and these are areas that you can't normally get to on your own, right? There's some of the other tools we showed you can do yourself, but this one here, it's really hard to get to your back, so this is a great tool for that. So if you want a tool for your back, this is the one that you want to use to help soften up all that tissue, do your own back massage, and help with your neck pain, shoulder pain. I mean, even all the way down into your fingers. Again, as you're rolling out, you get those knots in your back. You'll hit some of those sometimes. You'll find a trigger point and your fingers start tingling. But it's all good stuff. So this is another great tool to add to your toolkit. All right, so the next tool that I want to show you is similar to the last one. This is the Back Buddy. So same concept. This is great for working your upper back for, again, a DIY back massage. This is just an incredible tool, and so many people that I've shown this to fall in love with it right away, because man, who doesn't love a good back rub? And if you can't get to a massage therapist, you can't get someone to rub your back for you, you can do it yourself anytime. All right, I like this tool because I don't need a wall. The last tool that I showed you is a really good tool for your upper back. Some people prefer it over the Back Buddy, but I want to show you both. You can decide which one you like the best. The cool thing about when you order the Back Buddy, you get the travel size buddy. All right, so this is great. We have one in the car. Michelle's oftentimes using it when we're driving. Even when she's driving, just keep one hand on the wheel. Otherwise, you can use this while you're driving. All right, great to keep in your purse. This is a nice small tool as a bonus deal. But as far as the main Back Buddy goes, All right, so don't get confused by all the different deals on here. There's really just 3 parts of the back buddy. So you've got one end that's got a nice blunt end for a more broad surface area. You've got one that's more of a teardrop shape. So again, this can really dig in under your vertebrae. And then these 2 here are just awesome for rolling out your neck in between. These fit right on either side of your vertebrae. And so you can get up and roll your neck. So we're gonna show you how those work. The technique is a couple of these deals, you got a handle down here, so this is great. You want to make sure that you're up and away, right? So as you're pushing, you're driving that point into your back. So you've got a handle here. You can even grab here as well, right here and here, and you can push away and really dig in. So again, all the same concept. Just find that knot in your back. You can do a little troubleshooting and move around until you find the spot that's really bothering you, and then when you do find it, and just push in and hold. Sometimes you gotta bite down on a popsicle stick because it hurts really bad, right? But again, this is a great way to go after loosening some of those trigger points in your upper back. So this one is the teardrop. That works well if you're trying to get under your vertebrae. You can just flip it around and use the blunt end if you need a broader surface area, right? So again, so I'd say one of the limitations on these is you can see you can't get very far down. Right, when we showed you the lacrosse ball and the string, you were able to get all the way down to your lower back. Right, this is limiting in its reach. It's hard to get all the way around. You could switch and go to the other side, all right, but there's a little bit less mobility with the back buddy over that lacrosse ball and the string. So again, you decide which one you like. The last one, which is just spectacular, are these 2 here. So you'll have to turn around. So this is just awesome. So you're gonna relax your neck, draw your head forward, and these 2 balls are gonna go on either side of your vertebrae. You can just go up, this is more of a walking motion, just up and down. And you can curl your head all the way down, and you're gonna pull down and just up and down on either side. And man, that's just such a nice, such good relief. Some people have said this is really helpful for their migraines. If they're getting a headache, that's just real good. It relieves all that pressure up there. So the back buddy, another alternative tool for do-it-yourself back massage, rolling out, another great tool that you might want to have in your toolkit. All right, well, thanks for hanging out. One more tool, if you're still with me. This is the trigger wheel. This is also a dynamite tool. It's really a one-off in some cases. It's not necessarily specific for any one area of the body, but what this does is, one, it's great for travel. So again, Michelle's got one in her purse. These are great for leaving in your truck. Our farrier's got one. He's got it everywhere he goes. This is just a really handy tool to get to the places maybe you couldn't get to with some of the other bigger tools, but also a way for you to get leverage in ways maybe you couldn't, because you can hold it with one hand. And there's just some spots. There's some spots throughout your body that you might have not been able to get to with with the other tools. So this is great for if you need to get it under your arms, your triceps, your biceps. All right, what a lot of people don't know is carpal tunnel syndrome is really, again, it's a swelling of the tendons that lie between the carpal tunnel band, which is around your wrist, and because the pain in your wrist is an expansion of that strain on the carpal tunnel band, because the tendons are strained, all comes off of, again, your forearm. So if I were here working my forearm, and you can see, again, how do you know what muscles you're using when you make a movement? Just look at your arm. So look at all the constriction and contraction that's happening in my forearm when I'm making a grip. So all that typing that I'm doing all day long, you can see all that movement in your forearm. So if it hurts to do this and type, then you want to go back to, again, the cause and the effect are not two and the same. The effect is my fingers hurt when I type. The cause is my forearm is really tight. All right, oh yeah, I can even feel I got a little knot right there right now. And sometimes you really can dig in and you find the spot, and again, you get on that tendon and you'll actually see your fingers starting to move. All right, so Colton's going to show some you got up in your neck is a good place to use it. Any places where you couldn't normally reach, you can actually even get up even behind your ears. So we found that places where you couldn't get with the back buddy, you can get up onto your skull a little bit. There's a lot of places throughout your body where there's just a really small area of tissue, a really small surface area for a pressure point. And so that's where you could really get in with the trigger wheel. You can find that little spot and dig in there. So I'd say that the two main things with the trigger wheel: one, it can get you places where you can't get to with the bigger tools. You can isolate the areas. This was really good. My dad was having shoulder elbow pain, and we found a spot in his tricep that was the problem. And again, you can't lay your tricep on the foam roll. You can't get it with the stick. You could sit on it with the lacrosse ball and try to roll, but oftentimes the trigger wheel is the tool that will allow you to get to those obscure places. And then I think really the second thing is, this is a great travel tool. You can take it wherever you go. Again, it's easy to keep in your truck, keep in your purse, keep with you. And if you, in the moment, if you feel a pain somewhere, you just need some relief, you pull that out, and it's super easy to use. So not as critical as probably the foam roll and the stick, and maybe even a tool for your back. But if you're looking to fill up your tool chest with sort of every possible tool that you could use, I do recommend the trigger wheel. It's also a great tool for all-around care. Thanks for hanging out with me through this video. Actually, I think it's 2 videos. It's a lot of information that I threw at you. Years of studying in college, years of practicing these principles on the road, running hundreds of miles a month, testing it. It really works. It's worked for me over the years. I really hope this can be helpful for you. What I'm really passionate about is empowering and educating you with the tools and knowledge that you need to manage your own health. All right, so oftentimes we can't get to a chiropractor or a physical therapist. We need to just figure out how to do something on our own, or we have a reoccurring injury. And honestly, the thing about rolling out the stuff that I've showed you, some things that are really important to help you be successful, is this is something you should be doing on a regular basis. All right, so if nothing else, you're rolling out at least once a day for just a couple of minutes. If you can roll out 2 or 3 times a day. So in the beginning, it's going to be high frequency, all right, but low duration. So you're just going to roll out for a couple minutes, but multiple times throughout the day. Right? The challenge with managing joint pain is when you're depending on somebody else and you have to go see them, but you can only go see them once or even twice a week because it's expensive, it's time consuming, right? It's really tough when you have to depend on other people. Right, but what I love is to try to help folks understand that, hey, I can do this myself at home. It's really simple. I just need a couple of tools. In fact, the 5 tools that we showed you today would probably be the same cost as 1 visit for a therapy visit or a massage visit. All right, so this is stuff that you can do. And what I love is it's really practical every day. And I call it the trifecta approach. All right, so a lot of people still go to stretching, icing, stretching, resting when they're dealing with injury, when they're dealing with joint pain. But really what I love about rolling out is, it's really a 3-pronged approach. All right, when you're rolling out, so one of the reasons why you're feeling that pain in your joint is because, as we talked about, in your muscle there's going to be a trigger point, right? Which is there's some scar tissue there that you need to break up. Well, the only way that you can break up the scar tissue, right, is just rolling that out. So imagine a lump of dough and an actual rolling pin. Right, and you're just going after it, and you're rolling, and as you roll and roll, you're breaking up that scar tissue. But also, imagine a lump of dough and a rolling pin. What happens is I roll it out, I'm actually elongating that muscle. So again, I'm stretching and elongating my muscle fiber. But then the third thing is, as you're rolling out, and as I talked about, feeling the tingliness sometimes in your extremities, or some people even feel when they're hitting that trigger point and there's a release, you can literally feel the blood flow. Right? So as I'm rolling out, the third thing I'm doing, not just breaking up the scar tissue and elongating my muscle fiber, but when you have scar tissue and you have limited elasticity, you don't have movement, and then your muscles tend to atrophy, which means they're not working and you're not getting blood flow. So the third thing is I'm rolling out, I'm promoting blood flow back to those deadened tissue areas, right? And I'm bringing life back. So as you're rolling out, you'll literally feel life coming back into your muscles. Right, so trifecta approach, breaking up that myofascial tissue, elongating your muscle fibers, and also promoting blood flow. It's a 3-in-1 deal. It hurts like crazy. I know it does. I just encourage you to stick with it a little bit each day. Only do what you can handle, but try to get at it day after day. And sometimes it takes a week or 2, but you can do this. Again, you've got the tools, you've got the knowledge, you can make it happen. I hope this is helpful. Again, leave a comment in the comments below if I can help you out and you have a question. I'm happy to. So, roll on.
Thank you for watching this video. Rolling out has really helped me get through the day doing all my chores, and I hope this video will help you also. Like and subscribe and share with all your friends, especially the ones who complain about joint pain and muscle pain. So, thank you. We'll see ya.
We'll see ya.